welcome to another edition of Talk of the Day. 100% live here. If you're watching on replay, massive hello to you. It is later in the evening here, which is, from my time, 49 minutes past 11 p.m. Some people are in bed at this time, but some people are turning their clocks back at least 1 hour. Not 2 hours, but 1 hour. Preferably you do it at 2 o'clock so we get an extra hour in bed. But yeah, that's our clocks going back here. Daylight saving is what it's called. But yeah, in the summer we lose an hour, and it sort of like does our head in. But it also does our heading basically if you turn the clocks back as well. So it is very confusing. But it's one of those things that seems to be a tradition. Did I say that right? Tradition, I mean. It seems to be one of those traditions that has been going for a long, long time. Apparently somebody said it was regarding, of course, I'll just speak for a second here. And, of course, this video will be coming up very shortly. But, of course, yeah, welcome back to the friends that, of course, never end. And the friends could well be watching right now, in actual fact here, live and direct here in living colour here. My name's Nick C. And to carry on what I was saying, pretty much, okay, and it was something that somebody has told me. I think it was a bus driver that I know, that has actually told me that it's something to do with the Scottish farmers wanting extra lightness in the evening in the winter. I think that's what this bus driver is talking about here. So anyway, of course, let's talk you through the talk of the day with myself, Nick C, here on Saturday the 28th of October 2023. Before we go to this video, which you will see in just a moment, I will just talk about my coffee. Actually, you can buy a pot of coffee in Costa Coffee. Just go in before the times, which have now changed in Haverhill in particular, to 4 o'clock rather than 5:30, the original time. So an hour and a half they sort of miss out on. And, of course, customers miss out on as well. But it does open at 7 o'clock. So, yeah, I find that really, really, I wouldn't say that's delicious. I would say that's ridiculous, actually, is the right choice of word for that. You know, I find that, of course, 7 o'clock is a little earlier. I don't think there's many people that actually have coffee at that sort of time in the morning. I'd be very, very surprised, but especially in Haverhill in Suffolk. But, of course, I would like to say that if they sort of reduce their morning times, they might be able to get that hour and a half back. But I can't really see that happening anytime soon. But they've changed their times, and there's nothing we can do about it right now. But anyway, if anybody does in the meantime want to say hello in the chats, even when we play these videos, which you're going to see, a recent video that we did the other day, filmed on this day, which is Thursday the 27th of October 2023. It was around about 25 minutes past 4, because that's when my receipt was actually printed out, roughly speaking. So that's when we did the actual film. But yeah, some very good snippets of the sort of building, and of course some of the things that you might expect to see in this particular Costa Coffee. But we'll talk about that in just a moment. Before we go and talk coffee stuff, don't forget to check out Gabby Coffee, as in Gabby Starbucks. We'll have to visit a Starbucks at some point. But the problem is with Starbucks, I've noticed, not the actual Gabby Starbucks, but of course I would say Starbucks as a chain. We don't have one in Haverhill, that's one thing. And number two, of course, they're not every town that you go to. And number three, they are card only at the moment. But yeah, let's go on to talk about the predictions so far. Of course, the Friday game at 8 o'clock was Crystal Palace against Spurs, and I said a 2-0 Spurs, but I was nowhere near it. It was 2-1 in the end. So we go on to the Saturday, the 28th of October, 2023. When I say 27th of October, I meant actually 26th of October, which I might have made a mistake here. I get muddled up with the date sometimes. So it was Thursday, the 26th of October, 2023. That's when we last filmed at Costa Coffee in Haverhill, Suffolk. But yeah, let's go on to these predictions here. So it was 27th, that would have been Friday, the 27th of October 2023. So Saturday, the 28th of October 2023, Chelsea against Brentford. No one saw this coming. Of course, 2-0 to Brentford at Stamford Bridge. If you're a Chelsea fan, you want to look away right now, as of course your side lost 2-0 at home, which is quite of a shock, really. I didn't expect Brentford to actually go there and get 2 goals past the Chelsea keeper, but they did. And of course, it's one of those sort of games that could have gone either way. Bournemouth against Burnley, I said a 1-1 draw. Of course, it was 2-1 to Burnley in the end. I think I missed out one game that we forgot to predict. How could I have done that? And that's just the first time that's ever happened. And how did I not get the Arsenal and Sheffield Wednesday game here? It's just one of those games that we forgot to predict for some reason. I missed that one out, unfortunately. But yeah, it was 5-0 to Sheffield United there. We'd have to do a bonus prediction, I reckon. And maybe we can add that one in, the Coventry and West Brom game instead, because we are a game behind here. So nobody actually predicted, even Julian, as in Giuliani, buzzing from the Nice and Relaxing show, he actually didn't get a chance to predict that one. I would have said that Arsenal would have won very comfortably around about 3-0, but of course it was 5-0 to Arsenal against Sheffield United in the end. So unfortunately, we didn't have that one on our sheet for some reason. It was my fault because I actually didn't write it in. So yeah, it's the first time I've ever done that. So yeah, Wolves against Newcastle was a 2-2 result. I said 2-1 Newcastle, very close indeed, but it wasn't the case. I must have put pressure on them. But of course, we did do a bonus game. Saints as in Southampton against Birmingham, which was a 12:30 game on Sky earlier, and it resulted in a 3-1 win at St Mary's, and we were quite fortunate to actually win that one. I thought we were going to draw that one. I thought Birmingham were actually going to come back. They deserved to in a sort of way, because we got shocked by a goal that we conceded in the second half. But of course, we picked up on that, and of course, we balanced ourselves and we played better as a whole. In some parts, we were a bit sort of vulnerable, but other parts, as a whole, we did well to carry on and maintain that lead. I think we might have just edged it 2-1 anyway. It was very close, but one out. I didn't think it would be 3-1, but it was 3-1 to Saints in the end in the Championship. But we go on to the Sunday predictions. Of course, this is what I went for, and of course that I have also gone for as well. 2-2 draw, West Ham against Everton, Aston Villa against Luton, 3-0 Villa, Brighton against Fulham, that's Brighton against Fulham, 1-1 draw, and the final one, there's two more here. Liverpool first. I've gone for a 4-0 Liverpool home win against Nottingham Forest, 4-0 to Liverpool. And of course, finally, last but not least, on the Premiership note, Manchester United against Manchester City, 15:30 kickoff, just after the Liverpool game. 2-1 Man City win. They might just scrape that against Manchester United. Not that we really want that, but of course, it's one of those kind of derbies that could go actually either way. Not could have done because I haven't played it yet, as far as this video is concerned, or this live stream. But anyway, that's my predictions for that weekend, or this weekend, because it hasn't actually finished yet. I'm just going miles ahead. So the Sunday ones is Sunday the 29th of October 2023. We will go to that Costa video in just a moment. There is a version of it, okay, as a whole on We Love Haverhill UK YouTube. Go and subscribe to that because it's definitely worth it. We have one video, of course, from Haverhill, which did receive 1.1k views. Amazing. So if you haven't actually seen that, go and see that and give it some more views as well. And go and see the video in full of the Costa Coffee, which dated from this date. I remind you once again, Thursday the 26th, not the 27th. That's Friday, of course, the 27th. But the actual date was Thursday the 26th of October 2023. Okay, for Julian's predictions now, very quickly. Obviously, we miss out the Arsenal and Sheffield United game, which unfortunately we didn't have. I don't know why we didn't. So we'll have to do the Coventry and West Brom game. We might even cover that, actually. We might even do a commentary on that. We'll have to wait and see on that. And hopefully you can join us for that. Most of our commentaries have been on our phones. And, of course, we can watch it on the screens that we have. So, yeah, let's talk about what he predicted. 3-1 to Spurs in his prediction. Nowhere near it. Very close. One out again. 2-1 this time. And, of course, that was the full time between Crystal Palace and Spurs on Friday. On Saturday, the 28th of October 2023, of course, Chelsea lost 2-0 to Brentford, which, of course, was a surprise result for me. And for many, it was 2-1 he predicted. And, of course, he thought Chelsea would win that easily. Wasn't the case on that one. Chelsea 0, Brentford 2. Bournemouth against Burnley. Now, Bournemouth won that, of course, just about 2-1 at the end. I have to read my scores, as in scores, not score centre. It's changed now. The one that, of course, is easier to read than the other site that, of course, has got the three-letter word, which I don't bother looking on anymore. So, yeah, I think you know what those was a three-letter word. And, of course, it's not a subscription channel, by the way. Well, it is for the license, but not the subscription three-letter one. But Julian went for, as in Giuliani, went for Bournemouth and Burnley game, a 1-1 draw. Wolverhampton and Newcastle, of course, he went for my idea. It didn't work, so, of course, yeah, he sort of kind of like copied me, 2-1 to Newcastle. And the bonus one, he also said 2-1 to Southampton. He was also 1 out as well. He tried to copy me as well, but that didn't work either. But let's see what will work tomorrow. West Ham against Everton. He's gone for a 2-1 West Ham win. Maybe the case, maybe not. We'll see. Aston Villa against Luton, 3-0 Villa. And Brighton against Fulham, 2-0 Brighton. And in the game between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, he's gone for a 3-0 Liverpool. And the final one, 15:30, Man United against Man City, 2-1 Man City. He has gone for very much the same as me. Let's see if we can earn a point in that one. We're going to go and add one more to it, if we can. So, yeah, I've got to get this pen, and I found it here. Some of the inks of these pens run out from time to time, but hopefully this one works. So, Coventry versus West Brom. Just an extra bonus for this week. That'll be a Monday game. although we haven't put it on our list, but of course, yeah, Monday game. But yeah, okay, Coventry versus West Brom. So it's a bonus number 2. Okie dokie. Some of these, well, you know, these pens that you end up picking up from bookie shops actually do work from time to time. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But anyway, of course, those are the predictions, and we'll have to do an extra prediction for the Monday game between Coventry and West Brom, which is on Sky, by the way. Lovely coffee, by the way. Lovely coffee. That was once my nickname, by the way, but it's all changed since then. I just want to give a shout out to all. Yeah, I have got a habit of saying shout out. I'm going to say hello to everyone, you know, who I meet in town, and of course in town of the High Street of Haverhill, Suffolk. I mention to everyone that gives us a mention, you know, and they want a shout out, but I can't actually shout down the street. It's very, very embarrassing. Sorry, can't get my words out. What's wrong with me? But yeah, anyway, it's not easy to be perfect all the time. So yeah, we don't like to shout out to people because we find that very, very embarrassing. So there we go. I'm going to practice my words so I don't keep stumbling all the time. So, hello, Johnny Mac 26. Very good evening to you. Haven't seen you for a long time. Didn't expect to see anyone live tonight. I'm glad that you can all hear me here. We're using OBS Studio here tonight, and of course we've got our Windows 11, which powers it up really, really, really good. And of course we don't sort of tend to dip any stream whatsoever, depending what is going in the stream at this moment of time. So Johnny Mac 26, well 26 I think. Yeah, hello to you. Very good evening to you all wherever you are watching. So this Costa Coffee video, which is coming up in just a moment, do stay with us for it because it's worth a bracing for. And you can see it in full on the We Love Haverhill UK. Sorry, my cod is coming up from my info as I speak. No, seriously, go to the Haverhill, as in We Love Haverhill UK. There is some videos of Haverhill on there already, and hopefully there'll be more as I do more of Haverhill if people take some interest of Haverhill in the UK, which is Haverhill, Suffolk, not the American version. A lot of people get confused with that. And we've had to remove on our groups of Facebook because the developers of Facebook don't seem to get rid of scams. We've even got one on the We Love East Anglia, which is also affiliated with Touring With Us as well. So a big thanks to all those that sort of give Touring With Us a mention, shouting as loud as they can in the streets, that kind of thing. So it's a other way of mobbing us, and of course, yet they might well be interested, like anyone else, within our merchandise that we have. If you want to support the channel, feel free to do that and to keep us going. Without you guys and girls and that kind of thing, we can't make this possible. So we need to keep going, like most YouTubers here, to survive in this world. We can't do it without, of course, the shows that we do here on this channel right now. So yeah, I'm now going to talk you through the Costa Coffee video, and it did come from Thursday the 26th of October 2023, not the 27th as I said earlier. But yeah, we can't rub out live sort of content, can we, as we go? This is 100% live, yep, with a click of fingers. But you'll see a video in just a moment, which I've actually downloaded myself. Now, have a look at this coffee. I don't know if you can see it very well, but of course, I can't really show it too well. But of course, you might be able to see a little bit of it. There you go. You've seen a little bit of it there. And it is actually a coffee that has come from a chain. I spoke about it a minute ago, or actually about half an hour ago. And you can actually buy it in a tub, okay? I'm just going to go around the corner and show you that tub here. And we did show you on the video, so you can actually have a look at where they put it on the shelves. So just bear with us 1 second. Guys, I'm back now, which is great news. Now, of course, you're wondering what this is. It's not a money tin that we'll use when the coffee is sort of disappeared. It's not a money tin that you could actually use if it's all empty. But, yeah, like I say, you can see a little bit of the coffee, what it actually looks like. I don't know if you can see that very well. It looks like gravy to me. There's a bit of a mix-up. Can I actually taste it and see what it's like? Quite strong, actually. Actually, you can taste it by just licking your fingers there of, a coffee bit. It's a bit strong, and I wouldn't normally have it without any milk or anything like that, or just, boiling the kettle or boiling some sort of kettle. But, yeah. It was a Costa Coffee jar here, which you can actually buy in Iceland and Coffee Costa itself. About the same price in each store so far. I don't know any other store that actually does one of these. Maybe Tesco's do it, maybe Waitrose, I don't know. But, of course, yeah, you can buy one of those if you really fancy a home version of Costa Coffee. So, talking of which, let's go there, and I'll have a chat with you at the end before we go here, because time is the enemy. And, of course, yes, I need to get through to this video as soon as possible. And it is the biggest cup that I've ever drunk. And I'll tell you at the end of the video how much it was worth. And I'll give you one question before I play the video. Would you actually buy one of these? Watch. I say special here, of course, you're joining me first of all in C, and of course it's not talking about, it's not talking today, but of course, it's all part of that here. No, definitely not talking today, but of course I am here to show you something really massive. Ooh, what could that massive thing be? I wonder what it is. Yeah, it's the first time I've actually tried it that big, okay, and it is something to do with a drink. That's all I can give you the clue on. And it is very massive, well, massive-ish, but make of it what you will, because, you know, it's worth about £4. Shall we give you the answer? I've half finished it already, but you can see a shot of me just demonstrating this when it was full in just a bit. But of course, yeah, this is worth £4, and it's, I would say, one of the largest Costa Coffee skinny latte I've ever witnessed. Do you believe that? Well, actually, let us know if you know of a bigger one than this one. Maybe in America, but not here. I haven't seen a bigger one than this before, ever. I've never drunken one though, as well. And you can't get drunk on coffee, not really. You might get hydrated, but of course you don't get drunk on coffee, which is, in this case, a skinny latte. Okay. I've finished all the newspapers for now, even the local one. Cable Echo. Here we go. Brilliant. So, there you go. Here's what I sort of filmed earlier, and I was going to say showed earlier, but of course, I haven't showed anything yet earlier. No, seriously, here's what I filmed it earlier. And it was full by the time I filmed it, so of course, yeah, have a look at this. This is my big massive coffee, and it is a skinny latte here. I haven't got it in a glass this time. Normally I get it in a glass, so it's unusual that it's come in a big sort of mug like this. So yeah, look at it, very, very nicely made as well. Of course, if I show you very quickly, roughly, where they make it, at Costa Coffee here. So, over in that direction, over there, we can't really see it in view because, you know, we want to respect people's privacy. So this is where we line up here. And these are the sandwiches, and some of which are toasted. And of course you've got your drinks over there, croissants over there, and your menu board is up there. I've just found out why, of course, it's a large cup here. It's because it's a £4 latte. Have you ever bought this size mug at a Costa Coffee before? It will actually last me all day, actually. So yeah, it's got skim milk in it, and of course I've got myself 2 packets of crisps, sea salt and mature cheddar here, and of course, yeah, VAT £1.01 going to the government. And of course, yeah, yeah, it tells you exactly the date on this ticket here and the time I came in. So there you go, that's my ticket. Hopefully you can hear me now, ladies and gentlemen. We do apologise about that. Audio, is that bit rate, low bit rate? I don't know why that is. But yeah, I am so sorry, guys, that you could not hear me there. I've got to start learning how to use this microphone, switching it back on again. It's one of those that gets a little bit fiddly, and I well, seem to forget how to switch it on. So if you were lip reading, we do apologise. Sometimes, occasionally, that does happen when we forgot to turn the microphone on. We have now got the microphone on, so I can repeat what I pretty much was saying. So if you do want to support the channel, that's what I was saying on one bit here, then please do, to help us make more of this kind of thing in the future. Okay? And, you know, without your support, we can't make more new content in the future. So, yeah, there's two versions of the Costa Coffee video, which, of course, is one of them what you saw today, and there's another one which is pretty much unedited, apart from, of course, editing the bit that we filmed earlier, like we did on this particular video. But the one that we are telling you that is uninterrupted is on the We Love Haverhill UK. Now, we might in the future make cups of We Love Haverhill UK. If you do want to purchase one, which is a rare cup that you can actually purchase yourself, once they are available, we can put them on our merchandise. So in the meantime, we'd like to, of course, continue what we do, continue the video content, getting it out to you and supporting communities, that kind of thing. And we are not just about one thing. We talk about other things, sometimes the odd 5% of current affairs, which we don't really go too much further deep down on. But, of course, there are issues that we do discuss, which, of course, are important to the community. So there's other things that we do, like Nice and Relaxing Show, which is kind of like organ kind of electronic relaxation kind of music, which is quite nice to hear. And Events and Places Show, which we're taking a break from, which, of course, we can include in one of our commentaries that, of course, we do of certain matches. If there is a match that you'd like us to do, like us to focus on, then please let us know about it. We'd like to hear from the public about this. You know, I know it's late here and some people are watching on replay here, but, you know, massive hello to all of you, wherever you are watching across the entire world as well. Please do let us know what you'd like to see more of on the channel, and maybe we can do a poll on this at some stage. And firstly, I'd like to say a huge apology for not turning my microphone on and making it silencing myself. Can't be a bad thing because I can switch myself back on again. And it's that easy. But in other cases, it's not, unfortunately. But yeah, what I would like to say is a huge thank you for everyone that's watched today. Another special live talk of the day. We won't do it every day, but of course, some videos will just go up and you won't see my face introducing the video. But on some occasions, you might get that. And I'm doing it more often than I used to, because it's a lot easier than uploading the video. And whilst we've got the technology to do it, you might as well make the most of it, because OBS Studio is actually a free software. I don't know how many people knew that, but of course, yeah, I think most people watching this will actually know that. But if you didn't, then you'll be quite surprised. Anyone can use it, and of course, it is definitely well worth setting up your own channel. And keep going is the key. That is what we're told on other video channels and YouTubers out there, just to never give up. That's what they say. Okay, there's going to be some ups and downs, but we have to just keep going on it and not get too anxious about it. But anyway, we might have to do an extra bonus game because we missed one out, which is the Arsenal against Sheffield United, which unfortunately I can't think why I missed that one out. It's my fault entirely. So anyway, I'm going to have to explain that to Giuliani Buzzing. So that means we're going to have to do an extra bonus prediction on our other ones. But we haven't got anything right so far, but it's all to play for tomorrow as, the game's on Sunday, which is the 29th of October 2023, could result in 1 point if we get any of those results right. So it's all down to tomorrow. Tomorrow is a different day. Just remember that scenario. Okay, I'm going to read you something from the UCB word for today. And of course, yes, I don't know if I read this to you yesterday. Maybe I can read it again. Because if I practice reading these, then it might make me feel a little bit more confident. Okay, this is UCB word for today, but of course this is not the actual channel of it, so you have to listen to the radio station for more details, and it is a voluntary kind of organisations, and of course it's a bit like hospital radio. Of course, if you want to get involved in that sort of volunteering job, of course there is a list, by the way, and I've read that on their site. Although it is good to listen to, but there's loads of people going for it, and wanting to volunteer for it. So, of course, you could be on some kind of big list, a bit like, waiting for a house to live in. But anyway, that's another thing altogether. United Christian Broadcasters roughly translates UCB. Okay? And, of course, they are a sort of Christian broadcasters, which is a radio station, basically. And, of course, this booklet is affiliated with that. And, of course, you get the November, December, January, and so on. This is 2023 to 2024. I've got loads of them here. And they are all so kind of like good to listen to and good to read as well. So even if you listen, it's still good. Even if you read, it's so good. Let's start with this one, of course, which is what I read recently. As it's now Sunday, okay, and the clocks go back a little bit, just by 1 hour. Hear God's voice. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says. If you believe in it or not, it doesn't matter. It's just the words that might make you feel a little bit better. You can read the same scripture on different occasions, and it will speak to you in totally different ways. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus is attributed with saying, "You never step into the same river twice, and you'll never read the same Bible." Sorry, I'll say that again. My fault there. I made a mistake here. I must make no mistake here. So I'll read that sentence again. And you never read the same Bible verse the same way twice. That is a testament to its heavenly author, and his illumination is based on his intimate and unlimited knowledge of your circumstances, your desire, your fears, your past, your personality, and your destiny. Okay? But you must take time to listen and cultivate your sensitivity to what he is saying. The story is told of a music trainer hired to work with opera singers who could not hit certain notes even though they fell within their vocal range. It was a musical mystery. The trainer did extensive testing on their vocal cords, but he couldn't find any reason why they couldn't hit those notes. And then, on the whim, he tested their hearing, and what he discovered was that these opera singers could not sing a note they could not hear. The problem wasn't singing, the problem was hearing. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says. Until you hear the voice of God, you won't be able to hear his song. Why? Because you're out of tune. That's how we get trapped in sinful lifestyles and negative cycles and destructive patterns. But when you open up the Bible and truly hear the voice of God, so when you open up the Bible and truly hear the voice of God, his loving voice, his affirming voice, his graceful voice, his convincing voice, and his authoritative voice, his powerful voice, your life begins to harmonize with the Holy Spirit. Okay, that is the end of that one. We might read you just a bonus one just for now. Okay, just as I am, by the grace of God, I am what I am. This might be better for you, actually. I'm going to read this for the first time as best as I can. There is a tale about a boy who comes home and doesn't know his mum is visiting with their pastor. He carries a dead rat in his hand. Mum, you never guess what? There is a rat running around the garage. I saw it, threw a stone and hit it. It just lay there, so I went over and stamped on it. Oh dear. And then I picked it up and hurled it against the wall. He then sees the pastor, and if his mum looks could kill, he knew that he would be the one dead kid. So he holds up the rat and adds in a pious voice, and then the dear Lord called him home. That's the kind of talk people slip into when they want to hide their flaws and appear more spiritual. The old hymn, Just As I Am, without one plea, is about taking off the mask and knowing that God loves you in the spirit of your problems. If there was a true Just As I Am church where people could bring their baggage and brokenness, if there was a group where everyone was loved and no one faked it, we couldn't make enough room for them inside the building. Paul acknowledged that sometimes he acted like Dr. Jekyll, other times like Mr. Hyde. He talked of the times when he wanted to do good, but the evil took over. But he refused to throw in the towel because he realized that he was a work in progress. I do not even deserve to be called an apostle because I persecuted the church of God. But by the grace of God, I am what I am, and his grace to me was not without effect. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed all that. But yeah, I did read that one a lot better than I did the first one here. Because, it's certain words that, of course, is very, very difficult to read. especially late at night. So yeah, I'm going to finish off my little one of these here. Maybe we'll give one of these as a giveaway prize. So you've got to keep on watching the channel for more details of that if we are to do that. But with your help, we can achieve that, okay? You've got our merchandise, you've got GoFundMe, you've got PayPal. You can actually do it in person if you want to, off the screen, and come and say hello to us as well. Always welcome to say hello to us, and we have some of these to give away. I think we've got one on our giveaways. Well, not actually a giveaway, but of course we can send one to you on our eBay account. So come and see our eBay merchandise, and you'll see that we can, have these up on our merchandise. So there we have it. So you know what we have. We have T-shirts, we have key rings that you can actually purchase, and mugs that we have as well. I've even got one of these. We don't sell these, but of course one day we could have a load of these and give these away as a prize, just as a one-off, to support the channel on GB News. If you haven't heard of GB News, go and watch it, and they do need a hell of a lot of support. And they do have Jim Davidson's Ustream advertisements, whatever you like to call it. Unfortunately, Talk TV won't put Jim Davidson's adverts on. We could if he came to us, but there you go. We would definitely stick Jim Davidson's adverts on there. I'm not sure why Jim Davidson don't, apply for us, or even Harbour Radio in Great Yarmouth, where he does a lot of stand-up comedy. But hopefully next year we'll be able to book a ticket for Jim Davidson for next year. That'd be nice to do that. I can't wait to do that one day. I've seen him before, and will we see him again? That is the main thing. He won't mind us flashing photography in the audience, I don't think. He's one of those sort of guys that don't mind doing that. Although, of course, some comedians would be, well, they would be off-putted by it, it would put them off, basically. But anyway, of course, I'm not put off right now. If anybody does want to have a photograph with me, they would have to ask me first. And, of course, I might even sign Nick C on there as a signature. But there might be at a extra cost for that. But anyway, there we have it. If you want to buy one of the mugs in return for the signatures, then feel free to let us know. Right, maybe we'll have one with our signed name on it as well. And that would be quite nice as well. So, yeah, look out for the new mugs that we'll probably have for We Love Haverhill UK. And We Love East Anglia as well, which is another mug that we might even go ahead and put on our merchandise. But at the moment, we've only got Touring With Us ones. But if you still want to purchase one of the Touring With Us ones, feel free to do so. Everyone's shouting out Touring With Us at the moment. So maybe that's the popular side of things. Right, it is the Golden Show that hopefully never ends. Peace out to you all. Stay safe. And we'll leave you with, of course, this beautiful theme. Maybe you want a copy of that at some point. We'll give all the theme tunes maybe on a freebie or something like that if you do want a copy of it. But yeah, I'll have to go round dishing them out for free copies. But yeah, I'll only put a certain amount of tunes on there if you want to have a listen. But yeah, it might go up on our merchandise as well. It all helps support the channel and helps keeps us going. We need your support. Thank you very much for your support. Those people who have done it in the past and, of course, have done so recently by purchasing some of our merchandise, whoever you are. Right, we're going to say peace out until next time. Take care. And until the next live we do, bye for now.